So let's do the Italian cast on for the double knitting, and you make a soft knot there. Leave a long tail so you can weave it in later. So you're going to make a sling, and you are going to hold on to your tails there and go under that first yarn in the front, pick up the back. Now with your finger, hold on to it. So now you go under both, from the back to the front, and pick up the back. So under the front and pick up the back. And then from the back to the front, under both, and pick up the back. Again, under the front and pick up the back. And then under both, from back to front, and pick up the back. And then under the front and pick up the back. From the back to the front, under both, and pick up the back. So now you can see that you have knit and purl, knit and purl, knit and purl, knit and purl, and you cast on as many stitches as you need for your project. So once you have the amount of stitches that you need, you turn your work and make sure to twist your yarn there so it doesn't unravel. So bring the yarn, we're going to be working with the light yarn, bring it to the front, and the dark one you pass as if to purl. Now bring the light yarn to the back and knit the next stitch. Bring it to the front and pass as if to purl. Bring it to the back and knit to the front and pass that dark color as if to purl. Knit with the yarn in the back and bring it to the front, pass as if to purl, to the back and knit to the front and pass as if to purl, to the back and knit to the front and pass as if to purl, to the back and knit to the front and pass as if to purl, and to the back and knit. And that is the first setup row. For the second setup row, you want to pass all your stitches to the other side of your needle. There we go. And you're going to be working with the dark color this time. What you want to do is purl with the dark color. Bring your yarn to the back and pass as if to purl. Bring your yarn to the front and purl, to the back and slip, to the front and purl, to the back and slip, to the front and purl, to the back and slip, to the front and purl, to the back and slip, to the front and purl, to the back and slip, to the front and purl, and to the back and slip. And those are your two setup rows, and now we can start knitting in the round. I have all the stitches that I need to go around, and after I do my two base rows, I want to connect the beginning with the end, and I can see that the gray color is looking toward this side and the green will be on the inside. So make sure that your stitches are not twisted around. And let's start doing this. So leave the green, should leave it there. We'll work with it later. So bring your yarn to the front, the gray, and that green is going to be passed as if to purl. I'm going to place a marker first so I know where I started. So I'm going to pass the green as if to purl and knit the gray. Bring your yarn to the front, pass the green as if to purl, yarn to the back, and knit. Yarn to the front, pass as if to purl, yarn to the back, and knit. Yarn to the front, pass the green as if to purl, yarn to the back, and knit the gray. Yarn to the front, pass the green as if to purl, yarn to the back, and knit the gray. And now see you when I go around. I'm almost at the end of that gray round, so I'm going to pass this one as if to purl and knit the last one. Now I'm going to pass my stitch marker, and I'm going to be working with the green. So I'm going to leave the gray there, pick up your green color, and you're going to be working the greens. So purl that green, bring your yarn to the back and pass the gray as if to purl. Bring the green on the front and purl, green to the back and pass as if to purl, green to the front and purl, green to the back and pass as if to purl, green to the front and purl, green to the back and pass as if to purl, green to the front and purl, green to the back and pass as if to purl. And you go around this way. I did 2 more rows, and you can see how the gray is in the front and the green is in the back. So when you change yarns, make sure you don't twist them. It is not necessary to twist them. They're not going to go anywhere. So now I'm going to be working with the gray, and I'm going to bring my yarn to the front, pass as if to purl, and yarn to the back and knit, yarn to the front, pass as if to purl, and yarn to the back and knit. And I will see you when I have more rows so you can see how neat this is. So maybe instead of working one color at a time, you can work with it 2 at a time. So what you want to do is bring your 2 colors to the front. Let's put that one there again. And we're going to be purling the green. Bring your 2 colors to the back and knit with the gray. Bring your 2 colors to the front and purl the green. Bring your 2 colors to the back, knit the gray. Bring your two colors to the front and purl the green. Bring your two colors to the back and knit the gray. So like that, you're going to be knitting the two rows at the same time. I mean the two colors. And knit. So bring them to the front and purl. Bring them to the back and knit. And see what happens with this stitch is that you have the right side like straight stitch on each side. So that's the straight stitch on the inside with the green, and the straight stitch in the front with the gray. And you keep going around, and since I find it easier to knit continental with my left finger so that I give it preference, so I'm going to purl with the green. Bring your yarns to the back and knit with the gray. And that's it. It's really, really easy. I'll make a few more rows to show you how this looks. So I'm working my last two stitches. So bring your yarn to the front and purl. Bring your yarns to the back and knit. Now, I have found that the best way to bind off, and the easiest, is just leave your yarn there, and we're going to pass a stitch, pass the next one, and bind off. You're not knitting them, you're just passing them. Pass one and bind off. Pass one and bind off. Pass one and bind off. And you go like this until the end of your work. And I'm going to show you how pretty it looks, because it gives it a nice finish and you don't have to struggle so much dividing your stitches in the round. That's messy. Okay, I'll come on my last two stitches. Oops, this one got away, and these belong to the yarn attached. So bind off. Pass and bind off. And now you can cut your yarn and sew a stitch around the beginning of the bind off, and you're set. Let me show you how this looks. See how pretty? Very nicely finished. See? So there you go. Thank you for watching.